Since the dawn of time, human existence has been defined by relentless competition. Every breath we take throws us into a ruthless arena where only the strongest emerge victorious, while the weak fall behind. This is the very essence of our existence, imprinted in the genetic code of every living being on this planet. The philosophy of the elite, that narrow 1% who hold wealth, power, and influence, is rooted in this unyielding principle of Darwinian survival. Those who reach the pinnacle of success understand that nature does not reward mediocrity. They thrive in chaos, adapt to every challenge, and push beyond the limits that confine the ordinary. If you don't dominate, you will be dominated. If you don't seize power, you will be at the mercy of those who do. This is the harsh and inescapable reality that many choose to ignore because it is uncomfortable. But in this video, we lift the veil and reveal the truth. The world is ruled by those who embrace the struggle, not by those who avoid it. Most people are raised to believe in fairness, equality, and cooperation as the foundations of a civilized society. They cling to the illusion that everyone is entitled to success, that hard work guarantees rewards, and that following the rules will lead to prosperity. Yet, the elite know that the world has never been fair. They see beyond the comforting lies fed to the masses and operate by an entirely different code, rooted in evolutionary law. The strong take what they want, the smart manipulate the system, and the weak become fuel for the ambitions of those who reject mediocrity. The question is, in this scenario, where do you stand? At its core, the philosophy of the elite mirrors the laws that govern nature. Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection states that only those best adapted to their environment survive and reproduce. Weakness, indecision, and the inability to adapt are death sentences, not only in the wild, but also in the economic and cultural arenas of our society. While inclusivity and participation trophies are praised, those who truly understand the mechanics of success know that competition is the only constant. The marketplace is a jungle, and only the most relentless, cunning, and adaptable individuals will build their empires. There are no handouts at the top, only spoils for the victorious. Look at the animal kingdom. The lion doesn't ask for permission to rule the savannah, and the eagle doesn't wait for others to let it soar. They take what is theirs through strength, precision, and an unwavering will to dominate. The same is true for the self-made billionaire, the visionary entrepreneur, and the master strategist who sees opportunity where others see obstacles. These individuals don't hesitate. They don't doubt. They act, conquer, and expand their influence without concern for who gets left behind. For the elite, compassion is a calculated tool, used only when it brings advantage. Every action is intentional, every move based on a ruthless evaluation of risk and reward. They know that to hesitate is to die, and to show weakness is to invite destruction. From childhood, most people are fed a comforting narrative. Be kind, work hard, follow the rules, and success will come. But this narrative is designed to keep the masses complacent, turning them into docile sheep, ready to follow the herd without ever questioning the established order. It's a condition that numbs ambition and suffocates any drive toward independence and conquest. The elite operate by a different playbook, one that recognizes that power is never given, but taken. There is no moral obligation for the strong to lift the weak, nor is there cosmic justice ensuring that good people will be rewarded. The world doesn't operate on ethics, but on strength, influence, and leverage. Those who fail to grasp this reality are doomed to become the stepping stones on which others build their success. Consider the great civilizations, business tycoons, and power figures in history. Were they rewarded for their kindness, or did they seize power through intelligence, strategy, and an unyielding will to win? The Romans didn't conquer the known world by waiting for permission. They took what they wanted. The industrial magnates didn't build their empires by sharing their secrets. They crushed the competition and forged monopolies. The modern elite, Silicon Valley visionaries, hedge fund titans, political masterminds, all operate within this framework. They don't play fair because they know fairness is an illusion. They create the rules, shape the system, and bend reality to their will. Thus, the world has become an ever-evolving battlefield where only the most adaptable survive and thrive. The elite understand that past successes do not guarantee future victories. They recognize that clinging to outdated methods, rigid mindsets, or traditional ways of doing business is a recipe for obsolescence. Instead of resisting change, they embrace it, constantly reassessing their strategies, reinventing themselves, and adapting when necessary. Adaptability is not just a survival mechanism, it is a competitive advantage. The most successful individuals don't fear uncertainty, they master it. They anticipate changes in the economy, emerging technologies, and cultural transformations, always positioning themselves at the forefront of innovation. Whether it's a business leader reshaping an entire industry, an investor seizing an emerging trend, or an entrepreneur adjusting to new market demands, the key to their dominance is the ability to evolve constantly. This relentless adaptability is fueled by an insatiable hunger for knowledge. The elite never stop learning, knowing that stagnation leads to irrelevance. They read voraciously, seek mentorship from those who have already walked the path to success, and surround themselves with individuals who challenge their thinking. They don't just absorb information, they apply it strategically, transforming knowledge into power. Most importantly, they possess the mental strength to let go of what no longer serves them. While most people fear change because they fear failure, the strongest understand that clinging to the past is riskier than facing the unknown. They are willing to let go of businesses, relationships, and habits that no longer align with their goals. Their success is not the result of luck, but of an unwavering commitment to reinvention, ensuring they remain relevant, resilient, and always one step ahead. Wealth alone does not define power. True dominance is born from influence. The most powerful figures in history weren't just rich. They were architects of ideas, culture, and society. They didn't merely accumulate assets, they shaped industries, controlled markets, and influenced the course of nations. Influence is the currency that outlasts money, and control is the mechanism that sustains empires. The elite understand that the world is governed by human psychology. The ability to persuade, capture attention, and shape public perception is what separates those with true power from those with mere wealth. While most seek approval from friends and family, leaders create movements, shape public discourse, set trends, and leverage media, politics, and technology to reinforce their narratives. They don't wait for opportunities. They create them, positioning themselves as indispensable figures. Influence is not a matter of chance, but of cultivated skill, often innate. Those who wield it master communication at the highest level, understanding the power of storytelling, the subtle art of persuasion, and the psychological mechanisms that drive human behavior. Through politics, business, entertainment, or digital platforms, they craft messages that resonate, stir emotions, and inspire loyalty. Beyond persuasion, there is control. They create systems where their presence becomes essential, where industries rely on their expertise, and competitors are forced to play by the rules they set. They leverage networks, control structures, and strategic alliances to maintain their advantage. To the untrained eye, their success may seem effortless, but in reality, it is the result of a carefully constructed web of influence and dominance, ensuring their unchallenged supremacy. But without discipline, these advantages dissolve. The most successful individuals possess an unshakable willpower, an absolute commitment to their vision, and an unstoppable focus that sets them apart from the masses. Discipline is the ultimate equalizer. It is the force that guarantees results, even when motivation fades. The elite don't act based on fleeting emotions or momentary desires. They execute their plans with ruthless consistency. They wake up earlier, push beyond their limits, and maintain levels of productivity few can sustain. While most make excuses, procrastinate, or get distracted, true leaders show up every day, arrive first, and leave last, regardless of circumstances. They don't negotiate with their emotions. Whether they feel tired, demotivated, or overwhelmed, it doesn't matter. They execute their tasks with precision. They understand that success doesn't come from fleeting inspiration, but from constant, disciplined effort over the years. Their work ethic is inviolable, their routines sacred, and their ability to delay gratification ensures long-term dominance. And while many give up at the first obstacle, they thrive in the discomfort born from failure. They overcome mental and physical exhaustion, knowing that every challenge they conquer brings them closer to their ultimate goal. They embrace suffering as a rite of passage, recognizing that greatness is forged in the fire of relentless perseverance. And so, we arrive at the heart of it all, the harshest truth about the 1% of people in the world. That is, not everyone can rise. True success, the kind reserved for the 1%, isn't just a matter of philosophy, sacrifice, or discipline. It is something that flows through the blood, etched into the DNA. It is a predisposition that reveals itself in childhood, when some learn to confront risk, challenge, and the unknown. For others, the drive to dominate simply does not exist. Charles Darwin explained it well. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. But adaptability isn't an ability built from nothing. It is an innate spark, a hunger that some have and others don't. It can be refined, of course. It can be cultivated, and strengthened over time. But if that fire doesn't already burn beneath the surface, it is unlikely to ignite enough to lead to excellence. This isn't a destiny that one chooses. It's an instinct that manifests. And it is precisely this genetic brutality that draws the line between those who fight to survive and those destined to dominate. And if this is truly the case, if success is written in our DNA, then how much of who we are and who we become is really our choice?